Patience. Have patience. I have been told that since the dawn of time. There isn't a person in my life who hasn't at some point had to say to me, patience. Even my 5-year old says to me, be patient, mummy. And potentially she's heard enough people saying that to me. So she repeats that back. I have been on this path where I'm realizing the value of patience. And at every turn where I've allowed my impatience to take hold, I've come to regret the choices I made, the actions. I think the saying is something like make a decision in haste and lament at your leisure or something like that. But yeah, basically, it's that. And the impatient energy shows up everywhere for me. I'm a person, like I just want things done yesterday where possible. And I came across this concept of imperfect action, and I was loving that because it just meant, come on, get on with it faster. But actually, there's a balance between patience and perfection. So perfection is not the most healthy place to be. We can end up just not doing things at all if we're aiming for perfection. And honestly, nothing's ever going to be perfect. So we are going to have to just get on with it at some point. But at the same time, rushing to do things has meant that I've ended up paying more. For example, the first year that I registered with the IACP, the coaching accreditation, the first year that I registered with them, I just wanted it done and I was focused on get it done instead of get it right. And actually what I ended up doing is paying double the fee because I clicked the wrong box and then it was too late to take it back. So I've done that. I've overpaid on childcare, or I've made payments and I've not put the right reference number in the right place. And then the company have lost the payment. And then until they can find the payment, I can't have the payment back. So I've ended up having to overpay on loads of things. I'd made a commitment to myself to say that like I coach on Fridays, and then one of my consulting clients needed something doing at the last minute, and I'm booked. I don't have anything available until September, but I really wanted to accommodate this person. So I started offering them all those Fridays. It's just in the moment. 20 minutes, half an hour later, when I was recounting this conversation to my husband, I realized that I should have been sticking to my like I had made a commitment to myself to say there are things I ring fence my time for, and then in the face of an external pull, I compromised on my own commitment to myself, and I wasn't happy with that. Again, it was impatience. I opened the email and I wanted to reply to the email instantly. Anyway, this is a long example, but what I'm simply saying is patience wins every time. If I bring it, last week I was talking about getting up early and getting my morning routine going and all of those kinds of things. And even things like that, when I'm trying to establish a new routine, impatience is my method of self-sabotage, because when I'm not seeing the instant response, when I'm not getting what I want immediately, then the impatience kicked in. Oh, this is not working. Oh, you're not doing very well, whatever it is. So today, I'm just thinking patience wins. Take a minute, take the time. And I know, we all just kind of say count to 10, all of those kinds of things. I would say reflect on your own time frames and the way that you do things. For me, counting to 10 is not long enough in terms of bringing an element of patience into my life. So for example, I've made the decision that I'm quite an impulse buyer. So I've made the decision that I don't make an impulse purchase without leaving at least 2 or 3 days between things. Now, I've just recently launched a new business. I have a publishing house now. And one of the things I came across was an opportunity to supercharge the publishing business. And I was all in until I was, for myself, I kind of went, oh, hold on, is this another way that my impatience is kicking in? And I believe it was. I'm in absolutely no rush. These things will happen the way that they have to happen on the time frame that they are sent to me. I think the phrase is Patience is the inability to accept life at the pace that it actually unfolds. We think that we can control life and force it into the way that we want it to work, and it doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. You do have willpower, and you're supposed to use your willpower to bring into play, bring into your awareness and bring into your life the things that serve you most. But you know, here's the phrase. I think it was it in Conversations We've Got. I'm not sure where the phrase came from, but it was something like pulling a plant doesn't help it grow quicker. Like, it doesn't. The plant grows at the rate that it grows. Pulling it doesn't help that. We can use all kinds of fertilizer and stuff to get stronger crops quicker and all of that stuff. But in the long run, look at the soil poverty and deprivation that we're facing in the world at the moment. You know what? I've gone off topic entirely. Simply, I wanted to talk this morning about patience and the importance of patience. And if you are finding that, like me, you're a person who struggles to be patient, or to let things just happen and unfold at their own pace, just you try and notice every time that happens, and use that as your marker and as your reminder that I'm being kinder to myself. I am accepting the world as is. I am accepting my life the way that I have created it. This particular thing is taking longer than I want it to take. The kettle's taking longer to boil, so I can't make my coffee, or my children are taking longer to get in the shower and get ready for school, so I can't, whatever it is. It's Sunday, so I don't have to worry about children anyway, I'm off topic again. So work out what your time frames are. And whatever your time frames are, give yourself a touch longer than that. So if you know that, like for me, I know that I want things done that same day, that's my marker, then I make sure I leave at least 1 or 2 days before I make a final decision on something. Or if you know that you... I can't think of another one off the top of my head. I'll turn this into a blog and put more detail in the blog. But yeah, patience.